So I want you to imagine every business goal you have, every financial goal you have, even every lifestyle goal that you have. And I want you to imagine that you achieved all of those, like that. How would you feel? Well, I actually had this situation. You remember, I started at the most humble beginnings you could possibly imagine, just hoping I could somehow make $10,000 to help support the family. And then a decade, 10, 12 years later, I did a launch that did $1 million in sales in 53 minutes, that did $3.73 million in sales in just 34 hours. And I guess maybe my goals are simpler than a lot of people's. I know they are. I don't like to buy lots and lots of things. I don't have fancy cars. I have fancy bicycles, and I've got some nice guitars, but otherwise I don't tend to have a lot of things. So maybe my goals weren't that big, but when all of a sudden $3.73 million, and of course, not all of that's profits, but it was a pretty tidy little sum that I had at the end of the day. And I literally had met every financial goal I had. I had the lifestyle that I would always dreamed of. My business was way beyond where I could ever dream of. And so what would you feel at that point? Well, I know some of the people watching this video have been there. So I've asked this question to a lot of people over the years. And the funny thing is when you all of a sudden, boom, have massive success and hit all your goals, it's actually a really uncomfortable feeling. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. There's this like feeling of like, what do I do now? And there's also a feeling of, is this all there is? You know, I'm young. I've got a long life ahead of me. What do I do now? And I was there. It sent me into a bit of a funk for a while. It was like, holy cow, what next? What am I here for? What is this all about? And so I went on a journey, because that's sort of what I do. I dig in deep when I'm confronted with a problem. And this was a problem of my next steps. And so I did all kinds of things. I started meditating regularly. I went to yoga seminars or yoga workshops. I went to all kinds of personal development workshops. I went for long hikes out in the mountains just to try to get some perspective. And this wasn't a short process. It took me, I don't know how, it must have been better part of a year. And finally, at some point, I realized that I was in this business. What I was doing, I was in the business to help entrepreneurs bring their gifts out to the world, because entrepreneurs are the future. They're the people that are making things happen, that are moving the ball forward, that are creating progress in every area of life. And so my job, my business was all about helping those entrepreneurs. And then within those entrepreneurs, I focused mostly on leaders, on thought leaders, on teachers, on trainers, on mentors, on experts, on gurus, because they're the future of education. You know, our educational system was built in a different era for a different reason. It was built to train people to be good factory workers. And so, I mean, there's a lot of great teachers out there, but they're stuck in a system that's fundamentally is not modern enough to suit our current world. And so I really look at the people I'm training as the future teachers and leaders of the world. And it's funny because I have a shorthand. And since I'm training leaders and teachers how to bring their knowledge and wisdom to the world, and I'm teaching entrepreneurs how to grow and contribute to the world, that my shorthand for what my mission is it's about the future of all humanity. You know, just a little thing, the future of all humanity. And that's just the way I like to think about it. And that gave me a focus. That was my focus. That what I'm doing isn't just selling a bunch of online courses. It's about helping those people. It's about helping the people that are making the huge impact in the world. It's about creating ripples. I impact these few thousand or these few tens of thousands or these few hundreds of thousands And then they go out and help millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions. So that's what I got to. And even once I got there, then I thought, okay, I don't need a bigger business to support my lifestyle. I don't need to have a bigger business, but a bigger business creates a bigger impact. And if I do it right, if I grow my team around me, and if I continually focus on just the things that I'm absolutely great at, the genius zone things, and I have everyone else do the other stuff that I'm either okay, or maybe there's stuff I'm excellent at, but it's not just my pure genius zone. If I have them do all those other things, then my life gets better, because I just continually inhabit this world where I work on my unique ability, as my coach Dan Sullivan would call it. My unique abilities, those things that I'm, this genius zone. And the more I'm in those areas, the more fun it is for me. And I can grow my business. I can double it. I can quadruple it. I can grow it 10x. And still have each step of the way, enjoy my life more, because I'm working in my genius zone and I don't sacrifice my lifestyle. So it was a long process for me to think, maybe other people can jump right there. But when you have that moment of like, holy cow, I've achieved everything. I've achieved every goal. It really is an uncomfortable place. And I know there's some people that are watching this, and if you are there or you've been there, scroll down and leave a comment and tell these others, because before you get there, it's hard to imagine that reaching every goal is so uncomfortable. It's such a hard place to be, but it is. And I was there and I worked through it. So I'm Jeff Walker. I'm sharing my 20 years of lessons. I've been in business online for 20 years. I'm sharing those lessons in 30 videos. If you like this video, and I know some of you know someone in this very situation, go ahead and share this video with them. Scroll down, leave a comment for me wherever you're watching this, and let's go get them this week.